All right, welcome in Sagittarians. This is your June monthly tarot reading. So we're going to get some information and guidance for you guys. This is a collective general reading, just as a reminder. So it has to help and apply for the most people possible. So some things might resonate, some may not. But don't forget to take a look at your rising, moon, or Venus sign readings as well, because you will definitely get a message somewhere that fits for you. All right. And also don't forget, if anyone is interested in a private reading, you can schedule something on my website, which is linked below in the description. I do not reach out to people individually trying to solicit readings, so I just call them out on my video. So definitely, if anyone reaches out, it is not me, but you can schedule something with me legitimately on my website. What else? We are in June. It is Gemini season. So what is the monthly themes? And those are going to be communication, growth, and learning. Okay, those are very Gemini traits. But how do those things kind of fit in with you, where you are right now? What do those mean to you? What do they make you feel when you think of communication? Do you feel like communication in your life is not great right now? Do you feel like your communication has been opening up? How can we communicate our truth? That's a big one. What is our truth? How do we stand up for our truth, for ourselves? How we truly feel in a way that's not creating resistance with other people, but again, expressing who we are, standing for who we are, only doing things that we want to do. Obviously, sometimes we have to compromise in situations or relationships, but not in a way that's totally abandoning ourselves, disrespecting ourselves, or where we're not feeling, when we really feel not aligned with something. We definitely need to really talk through that with people. And of course, we want people around us who respect kind of how we're feeling about something and are also willing to compromise and have some self-accountability and maybe some compromise on their end as well. So just wanted to call out the monthly themes for June. All right, let's get into the reading. So I'll pull some oracle cards first. Voyage, Sagittarians. That's come up. I think that came up. Now I can't even remember, but that's come up. So there seems to be a theme here with voyage. So you could be taking a trip this month, or planning a trip, or just planning some sort of voyage for yourself. Courage, and having the courage to do it. Just what we talked about. What's your truth? What do you want to do? If something really resonates, if you've been feeling drawn to go to a place or do something, but there's some fears around it or some uneasiness because of maybe it's taking you out of your comfort zone, definitely the courage is going to be on high this month, and success. So whatever this is, the cards are saying, take the risk, have the courage to do this. Even if it's by yourself, it's going to bring some sort of success for you. You're going to require some courage in a situation, and ultimately it's going to take you somewhere. It's definitely going to take you, Doing something, standing up for your truth, speaking your truth this month is going to take you somewhere, and definitely somewhere it's bringing in more success in whatever success means for you. All right, so we have the Five of Cups underneath, the King of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, something potentially is ending here. Queen of Cups and the World. Endings, new beginnings, deciding for yourself, maybe a new relationship, going towards relationship that more fulfills you, and then all of a sudden things move forward very quickly. So we got, look at this, we have some major arcana here. So we have major arcana ending here. We have an ace. We have a king and a queen here. So this could be around a relationship, an ending to a relationship that has been very, this, to me, I'm getting like hasn't felt equal. Like we have this king here who's on his throne with his sword, and like, you know, on the outside, this feels very egoic to me. They like to pretend they're important, and you know, they're very kind of stuck in their ways. And then here could be you, and this is someone who's really gotten beat down by this person or the situation. There's a lot of sadness, potentially grief around how this has turned out. I'm feeling that you really need some sort of revitalization from a fulfillment emotional perspective. Like this to me is like your cups have really been, they've been spilteth over in the terms here. Like your cups are empty. This person, especially like the King of Swords, isn't, if you're looking for a certain king to fill your cup emotionally, the King of Swords is going to be the least king, like on the totem pole, as far as a king that is like an expert or mature in the emotional perspective. And but like Ace of Cups, it's like you want your emotions to spilleth over, you know, not they've all been dumped out. And there's an ending here, but I like the ace because the ending is signifying a new beginning that's going to be one that's a lot more fulfilling for you. And it's going to be a new revitalization from an emotional standpoint. And so I kind of feel this Queen of Cups could be you, even though usually in the tarot, Queen of Cups is seen as like a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Cancer's, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yes, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like I said. So we also have more Gemini energy here, and we have Cancer energy. So I'm leaning more towards this as you, like you're really focused on like, you're at a place in your life or where you're kind of like, I want things that feel good for me, that are more fulfilling for me. And you're like, this person's kind of walking away from the King of Swords, and she's holding her new Ace of Cups here. You see the Queen's holding a cup. She's going towards the future. She's kind of looking towards the future. She's going in a direction where this person, this King of Swords, is kind of he's just looking in the present. Like he's not, to me, that's kind of saying like they're stuck in the now. They're not really growing. They're not looking at a future and wanting to expand here. But like you're making this decision, and I feel like it's a decision to kind of end something or walk away, because there's a lot more that's coming up here for you. That's going to be a lot success again. And it's, you know, it could take, like the Courage card here is about gaining the courage to walk away from this. I mean, this is kind of spot on for a relationship reading where something's ending here. because it's really been a difficult, challenging situation. All right, we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you're kind of done carrying the weight, carrying the baggage. Like, it's almost like people tend to, you know, when you're with someone and if they have a lot of baggage, you eventually take on their baggage energetically, and it just becomes like, this is too heavy. Like, and there's that realization of, this isn't mine. This isn't my baggage that I'm dealing with or feeling. Like, this is somebody else's. Welcome in Jupiter. Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're looking for something new. Definitely it's coming in hot here with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. Like, there's definitely some sort of this, like I said, there could be a trip. There could be some sort of voyage, adventure here, and you might meet someone. Or this is signifying they're going to be coming in quickly once you end this situation. But you're looking for this Knight of Cups, like someone who, and you see here the Knight's carrying the one cup as well. So the Queen has her cup, there's the Ace of Cups, and then wanting someone who really, I mean, they want the same thing as you. They want a relationship. They want to open their heart. They're ready and available from an emotional standpoint. King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, another ace right in the middle, the heart of the reading. King of Wands, lots of kings and queens here. Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, yep, again, walking away, the Moon. This could be referencing two different people here. I don't know, like there's three kings here. Some of you could be dealing with a triangle here where there's actually three people vying after you, or there's three different connections here that kind of play some sort of part in where you are right now and where you're headed, because we have the Three of Cups, we have three kings. So it could reference specifically that. It could be about this one person, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords. Those two kings have been showing up a lot, and I almost feel like that's one person that kind of has both of those dynamics to them. And to me, that's someone who's more intellectual in their head. They're more mentally focused. They're not great about, again, emotions. They're not good about connecting from an emotional standpoint. They have more of a focus on the external, meaning work, like money, tangible things. Like, that's more important to them than actually real love and romance, like the King, or the Knight of Cups. So, but you're kind of in that, to me, is the third party here with the Three of Cups. Like, there's something always in the way. So this person could be some sort of workaholic, have emotional issues due to like past trauma that they just aren't willing to work through. So there's definitely something that's blocking this relationship from really becoming what you need and want. But this Ace, you know, this is what something's lighting your fire and giving you the courage to go in a different direction here. And where you're going towards is more of a King of Wands. And the King of Wands definitely is more passionate. So, and to be passionate and to really connect to that level, the wand is really that source of our connection to our higher self. So they have that ability to really connect to a higher dimension. So they're very creative, they're passionate, and usually tied to that, you know, involves some emotional depth to them. And I feel that about this King of Wands. And this person, I feel, is successful. And they're successful because they've learned how to utilize the connection with self, and to harness their creative abilities, their skill sets, and to create something and manifest something in the physical. Where the King of Pentacles is more someone who's doing the hard work. Like they're working a lot of hours. They're putting in the time to try to create more abundance. But the King of Wands realizes that what we experience in the external world, and as far as abundance, is what we align with and manifest. So you're moving fast towards this. The moon here, there's a bit of an unknown and uncertainty with the moon, a little bit of like things aren't clear right now for you. And that's part of the courage, is walking away from something into an unknown territory that you don't, there isn't certainty, right? But you have to trust and just utilize your inner guidance to move you forward to a place that's better suited for you. So let's just clarify a couple things. So what's this Three of Cups situation? Can I get more information about what the Three of Cups is? Page of Wands. I feel like I immediately felt what I got is there's some sort of block here around your ideas or values in life around this relationship. So that's a block. And it creates, there's a lot of confusion here in this relationship because you're just not on the same page ever. This could be a trauma bonding relationship, meaning that your childhood traumas mirror each other. But it does create a lot of like confusion and disillusionment, and you've kind of never felt solid or certain about this relationship, and you're now focused on what are my needs and desires. And if you've kind of almost have lost and gotten confused about what your own desires and needs are, I mean, that's also a concern, because being in a toxic relationship where someone who's either manipulative or never fulfilled your needs and desires, sometimes we can gaslight ourselves in believing like, well, maybe those things, maybe I'm being too sensitive, maybe I'm asking for too much, maybe just to maintain the relationship, you just push your needs and desires down to tolerate the situation. But I feel like you're gaining the passion now to be like, no, I'm deserving of having my needs and desires met. Let's talk to this King of Wands, Five of Wands, Four of Wands. I'm just going to see the Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, I got two cards here, Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. So there is some sort of, like, this goes 7 to 8 here. There's some sort of moving up or, you know, movement, leveling to a new level from a work perspective as well. So there could be something with work that maybe it's a work trip. Maybe there's something with work that you have to travel, but there is also something about investing. So maybe you're working through some sort of new investment, or you've been really focused on building something up and all of a sudden it takes off. So I like that. And then it could be tied to this King of Wands. So part of what you're doing with this ends up with you connecting with multiple people here, and this is what's creating some sort of new stability for you. So it could be about maybe moving with the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands, figuring out where to move, setting up a new foundation, a new like home, like what's home now, it's something different. But I like in this deck because usually the Five of Wands can reference conflict. And it's usually like 5 people. It's like the card is showing them almost like fighting. You know, they have their wands and they're fighting. But this card, there's multiple people with their wands lit, and they're all coming together. So it's like, even though we all have different ideas, different values, but we all have something to add, and we're able to work together to add all those things into the one to create something and create harmony here. So I almost like this a lot. This also, to me, could be about a soul tribe. It's like coming together and building a new soul tribe. So there's definitely a focus on relationships, Sagittarius, for you in June. And what's going on with this King of Swords, 5 of Cups? 7 of Swords. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this person. There's definitely ego here. There's definitely a strong ego with 9 of Cups. There could be addiction in this situation that's playing a part in this. It doesn't have to be like an alcoholic or a drug addict, but definitely someone who has an addiction to the ego and needing to come off a certain way, having an image, whether that's like, I have to have this amount of money and I have to appear rich, or I have to work a lot. Because this 7 of Swords, I don't like either. This is around you really trying to figure out how to escape this situation, or this is referencing this person is not being fully honest about stuff. Like there's something they're either holding back. There's some secrets here between the two of you that both of you have. It could also be like lying about what you really want, and maybe they're lying about what they really want. But there's something about that going on, and it has created a relationship where you both don't feel like you can speak your truth, so you hold back a lot, especially about what you really want, what you're emotionally feeling, what your needs and desires are. King of Wands again. Interesting. Also, I mean, you could be meeting this King of Wands coming up, and if you're still with this person, obviously that's sort of a situation where you're kind of lying, and you need to basically, how do I tell them that either I met someone else and I want to be with this new person? There's that could be for some of you, but definitely some love triangles going on for you, Sagittarius. So however that means for you, it doesn't, like I said, doesn't necessarily mean there's actually 3 different people or more, but there is an energy there that's a block. And this, something's like, just to me, this isn't a very healthy situation for you, and there's something a lot better coming up. So I do feel like things are going to move forward in June for you. So things are going to start moving fast, so just be prepared. So hopefully this helped you all. Thanks for joining in, as always. I wish you guys just a successful, peaceful, easy June. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. Don't forget to stay connected and to help me expand my channel. But I will see you in the next reading, Sagittarians. Bye for now.